get the show on the road then.
Actually,
Good morning, YD gang. And welcome to this very special episode.
isn't this game supposed to take like 200 hours though?
Dude. Like 220? Am I right? And look at this guy.
What did he mean by this?
I'm just saying. We already have a 12-hour video, so we might.
Sure.
Alright, so I guess time to get the show on the road. Plays real quick.
Just tells you what the controller.
Hmm. No, I'm probably not gonna use this, so just forget.
Just forget about it. Don't do that. How are we gonna know anything that's
Look,
happening? It won't make sense.
Infinity 4, I'll just go to episode 4 directly.
No, it's locked.
But look, there's 4 separate episodes. Like, I don't think it'll take so long. Like, it's sectioned up into 4 pieces. All we have to do is play these.
True.
Oh boy, I can't wait. Hey, dude, no way, it's Badler.
It's the Ushi Romeo battler.
Yeah.
It's like he's like the son of Rudolph and his first wife, Asuma.
Mm-hmm. New function tips mode. In the middle of the game at any time, a right click with the mouse will open up the tips mode. Here, besides the save and load functions, you can view character profiles and more. Additional information will be added as you progress through the story. Probably a good idea to take a peek here every once in a while. I I just still can't get over the original models of the game.
Mm.
Like, I, just knowing that this full game that we're about to play exists in that quality. And I'm pretty sure the music is the same. Like, the music absolutely goes hard. And while, like, MS Paint people argue.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think it would really hit the same. It's like this guy does not look incompetent at all.
Yeah, he doesn't look very incompetent.
But I would
So,
say he looks competent.
that's the thing, like, for for characters like Lambda Delta and like Beatrice, I think the remaster is good. But for like Badler and Erica, it's just the 1,000 times better in the in the paint.
True. Oh, it's fictional. Oh,
I thought
damn
it
it.
was based off a real story.
No, it happened to my buddy once. I thought they based it on that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I like this whole thing.
Again. You see, again. I told you it happened to my buddy once.
Yeah, I mean it happens to me all the time as well, from time to time, I guess.
You still haven't overcome the love of alcohol.
Dude,
Come on.
he's a big alcoholic.
Like the old physician, you just like sign as you remove the stethoscope. Wait,
This
this just
reminds me
what?
of Katara Shiryu.
Yeah, two elderly men could be seen in the dimly lit study, just filled with dust and a sickly sweet stench. Why they need two elderly men to determine you're still an alcoholic?
I think right now I'm playing as the elderly man.
Probably. Expensive looking bed. A man undergoing a medical examination and the physician conducting it. There was what also appeared to be a servant watching over the whole scene.
Oh, I see. So
Why didn't they mention that before? Jeez. The bottle is my friend. That's so true. It's no less of a friend than you, and it has stood by my side even longer than you have.
it's a
Oh,
football bottle.
that's ancient. As the man bearing his chest with a stethoscope rearranged his clothes, he spoke unapologetically. I mean, I think you could figure that out already.
It says new body reappears to people offensively placed in
I thank you, though only for the sentiment, my friend. Genji, another glass. Based. Water it down slowly. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That way, Nanjo can save face.
Oh no, it's a third elderly man.
Are you?
Are you sure?
No, like you gotta do like half and half.
Oh, true.
After eyeing both the master who demanded alcohol and the family doctor who forbade it, Genji, the old butler, silently gave a slight nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. It's kind of his job description.
Yeah.
The family doctor Ninja let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself alongside the liquor cabinet. There was a smell filling up the room. This sweet, poisonous aroma felt as though it melted the heart, if not the soul itself. That cannot be good.
That's what alcohol is.
It's a bit like there's poisoning his soul too. Damn. It was the smell of that venomous green drink that the man couldn't bear to part with.
Okay, why is it green?
Yeah, there was it green. Nanjo, you were my close friend, and we have known each other for quite a long time. I am deeply grateful for all that you have done to keep me alive this long, but I'm gonna accept my death.
I have done nothing. After all, you never listen to my advice as your physician.
Based. Ha 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 ha. And you never listen when I warn you about a mistaken chess move you're about to make. Seems only fair, does it not? Thank you. I wouldn't die if I ran out of your medicine, but I would if I ran out of this. Disregarding Nanja, who had his face set in a resigned expression, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him.
You know, I think I know why this game takes so long.
Yeah.
It's like One Piece, you know, they get like something that should last 5 minutes and stretch it out many of years. Although we're also just like being unbearably slow.
The guy, for like the 10 viewers they're gonna watch, you know?
Oh,
Like,
true.
very few people would associate that venomous color with an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, why they're being very specific about it being green and venomous. Well, what is wrong with this guy's alcohol? Nanjo, be honest with me. How much time do I have left?
Oh no. How short must I make it to convince you to set the bottle aside?
Nanjo once again let out a sigh of resignation. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the latter swirled his glass.
About how long?
Yeah, what precisely do you mean by that? It's helpful.
Let us illustrate it with the chess game here. You have very nearly achieved checkmate, but you have not yet quoted my king.
Nanjo's gaze was directed at a side table with a massive chess set placed on top of it. So they were just playing chess during the examination,
A little bit of
or they
ghost.
just had like a winning game set up already. Judging by the positioning of the pieces, the game seemed to be entering its final stage. What is it doing there? Black's rook and bishop were cutting deeply into enemy lines. White's king had already been castled and cornered, so that even an amateur could see that the match would reach its conclusion before too long. Every time Nanjo came to give a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves.
Oh, so this is just like a
So
regular
this has
fight.
been like multiple days, yeah.
Not just days, probably months.
Well, I figured he'd go there often because he's like about to die soon.
True.
Nanjo was hinting that Kinzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could be concluded. These were less the words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend.
Were you a normal patient, I'd recommend you write a will at this point.
And what is a will, Ninja? This guy's clueless.
Your last will and testament.
Handwritten instructions to the vultures on how to devour and scatter my corpse? No, I'll leave it all in one place. You just have to find it.
Dude, all the deer like this. That I think I talked about it. He's just like the absolute Chad. Like the pirate that Gold Roger is based off of.
Oh,
He just had
true.
like I think like 94 million francs worth of gold, and he just like made an unsolvable cryptogram and threw it out to the masses before getting hung for malice.
True.
It's literally impossible to solve. He left it
And
in
yeah,
one place.
it doesn't mean anything. You just gave like a random series of numbers.
I mean, he could. I feel like there's some kind of like solution. It's just that he like invented a cipher and people haven't been able to figure it out because like when you invent it, it's pretty hard.
True.
So if you throw in a lock and don't get a key, it's pretty hard to do. As it would suggest, it's a way for you to record your will for future generations. It's far more than just a means to divide up your inheritance.
Oh. And apart from the division of the inheritance, what might I write of?
You may write of your regrets or matters you have left unfinished. Things you want to pass down to the others, or merely memories you wish to communicate.
Things I want to pass down to others or matters I wish to communicate? Ridiculous. I, Ushiromiya Kinzo, have not one thing I want to tell or leave behind.
Oh, I see. So this is bad verse father.
Yeah. Wait, that's what it said. Or I guess maybe we weren't supposed to read that already, but
I mean,
yeah,
it's
he doesn't have one thing he wants to tell or leave behind. That's for sure.
yeah. Well, judging by the fact that his son is like the main character, I imagine he's just gonna like die.
I was born with nothing. I will die with nothing.
Oh,
What?
dude,
He's gonna die with a lot.
he's actually
What?
he's gonna go burn all his possessions.
I was gonna burn it all down. There is nothing I wish to leave to my foolish children. But if you don't have a will, it's gonna go to like the next of kin by default.
Yeah, it just gets automatically divided based on the laws.
Yeah. Even if the end were to come today, even if it were to come right now, and it does, I would accept that fate of death without a trace of fear. I created everything.
He wrote the songs.
He created everything. My fortune, my prestige, everything. Those were built up by me, and they will be lost along with me. There is nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing. After I'm gone, I care not if it goes all the way. Okay, we get it. I thought that was
He
it.
just has to keep going.
I desire no doom, no coffin.
Yeah, you can just burn his body if you want to.
Those were the terms of the contract I made with the witch. Oh, okay. When I die, everything will be lost. Oh, it's not even a choice.
Oh, I see. So I imagine that's what's gonna go on the game. People are gonna try to get the inheritance, but it's not gonna work out.
You gotta play the witch's game, but then like you lose. After I'm gone, I care not if it all goes to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those were the terms of the contract I made with the witch. When I die, everything will be lost. That has been part of the promise since the beginning, and that's why nothing will be left behind. In the end, is what I should say. There's nothing I can leave behind. After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, as though an evil spirit had possessed him and then left. However, I do have one regret. I have nothing to leave behind, but there is one thing I cannot leave undone. You would do well to write it down. Of course, it would be best if you could finish it before your time comes. However, even if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry it to completion. You must leave behind your regrets so that they can be resolved even if you are unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will. When Nanjo tried to gently pat Kinzo's shoulder, the dying man flew into a sudden rage and batted away Nanjo's hand. It's useless. What? It must be done while I still live. At the moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of the contract and wiped out of existence. For me, there will be no peace or another world after death. That's why everything must be completed before I go. That's why a will has no meaning for me. And even if I had a chance to write such a thing, if I did have such a chance, I'd want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face one last time. Oh, Beatrice, why have you resisted me for so long? I'll return everything you have given me. I am prepared to lose everything. So please show me your smile just one more time. What? That's the kind of a woman you are. I beg of you, show yourself to me. You're here, aren't you? You're standing there, invisible, listening to every word I say. And even now you're mocking me from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please appear before me once more and smile. Feel free to scold me, even snatch away my life by your own hands if you desire. I don't want to die alone like this. I cannot let myself die until I've seen your smile just one more time. Ah, Beatrice. I offer up this life of mine. I offer it up to you. I'm begging you, Beatrice. Sure. It's the original art. There he is.
takes place in
You said
1984.
October 4th, 1986.
It should have been 1984.
It's 2 years later.
Whoa. Things sure move with the times. I can't believe we'll be able to make the trip in just 20 minutes. I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel how far things have come in recent years. We used to go by boat. Back then, we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swinging back and forth over the sea before we reached Egypt. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Still, I've never been on a plane this small. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's gonna shake, isn't it? They say smaller boats shake more than big ones, so I guess the same will probably apply to planes. Just spare me.
Don't worry, battler, Kun. It shakes much less than that boat did.
They like send him to the gym for the weakness or what?
And what? Yo, wait. Why are his eyes like spread so far apart?
I don't know. Yeah, is that you, George Aniki?
It's Aniki. Dude, look at this guy.
Look, I said it wrong, okay? Don't scare me like that, dude. You just shaved 3 years off my life. Anyway, what's shaking, baby? Is it still gonna have like One Piece laughs, where everybody laughs different?
Sure.
You don't think I'm actually scared of the plane shaking or maybe falling out of the sky or something, right?
Oh, of course not. My mistake. I see you've changed a lot since we last saw you.
Yeah, considering you used to look like that.
Sure. After all, it's been 6 years since then. You're not a kid anymore. Ha 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 ha.
And here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking, but I've always wanted to try some booze. He's got it like reversed.
True.
Well, if you've got your dad's genes, I'll bet you can hold your own when it comes to drinking, right?
Well, I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. It's pretty hard to do business in Japan without it.
That's exactly right. That's why I never miss a chance to get into practice.
That's no good, Battler Kun. You're still a minor.
And I don't know, he doesn't look like a minor.
Yeah, not really. Don't you know alcohol can stunt the growth of, never mind.
Ah! Come on, I'm tall enough already.
He's taller than another guy.
In fact, it'd be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little.
And he puffed his chest out proudly. Proudly.
Until I hit my first for my height was below average in my class. But then I grew, and before I knew it, I'd passed 180 centimeters. I guess I held out that muscle training and those shady mail order performance-enhancing drugs to thank for that. Before then, I never dreamed that I'd shoot 10 centimeters above George Aniki, who had reached his peak height early on. Sam! I'll bet my relatives all say, "Look how big you've grown, Badler-chan," or something. It's also embarrassing. I wish they'd just give me a break. Anyway, my name, Badler. Well, it's pretty weird, don't you think? I gotta wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. I've never met anyone who could read and write the first time. I usually get called Sentoka. Sorry, but that's not even close. My name is
Oh no!
Wagwai Kanji. Can you read it?
No.
I mean, wait. Okay, you see? That makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah, of course. first part is the family name,
Shiromi.
Shiromiya. So
A fairly
that's
plausible explanation.
fairly plausible.
Probably is my given name.
Yeah, Badler. Fight person. This is Badler.
Yeah.
Put it all together and you've got
Shiromiya Badler.
Shiromiya Badler. Yeah.
Pretty crazy, am I right? It's crazy that my parents decided to call me that, but it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Most groups are at the top of my must kill list. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name is Konwai Kanji, pronounced Shiromiya George. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Since the Shiromiya cousins consist of 2 boys and 2 girls, I ended up playing with George all the time.
He's 5 years older than.
And because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I still call him Aniki today. Woo! Look at that look on him. Look how big he's got. You know what they say? Oh, leave a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him.
Who says that?
You
Oh, it must be in his blood. Rudolph wasn't that tall either until his high school years. Perhaps people end up taller if their growth spurt comes late.
Yeah, it's nothing special. The true man needs to be tough on the inside, too.
In the world,
Exactly.
man.
Badler knows here how it works. Real men win or lose based on what they've got on the inside. Can't ever forget to keep up your training and discipline. You gotta do that, wait very alertly for the perfect time, and strike.
What?
No, I never even imagined I'd become the company president I am today, master of my own domain. Yep, to think I've come this far without, after starting out penniless and ruined.
Why does everybody start out penniless and ruined?
They just suck.
Yeah, this stout, plump, old guy is George Aniki's dad, Uncle Hitayoshi.
He's the husband of Dad's older sister. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to children, sociable all the time, and even could give out some spending money to his kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He speaks an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's actually a natural born Kanto man. Apparently, impressions are everything in the business world, so speaking in a different style than other people is a knack that makes him stick out more. However, I hear he gets embarrassed when talking with an earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person.
If only you weren't so quick to brag about your life story. That's enough for now, I think. I'm sure Badler's getting tired of it. Aren't you?
Nope, not at all. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for a man to have some stories he can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all.
He failed life? Oh, really? I'd imagine a man with your looks would leave girls crying left and right. I can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about.
True. What? Nani, you're joking, right? Of course nothing weird like that's ever happened to me. Heck, I wish it would.
Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. Oh, you must tell your aunts all about it later, under threat of death. After all, nothing of the sort ever happens to George. Yeah, wah, wah, wah.
This is George Eniki's mother, Aunt Lisa. She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are firm jokers, and they've always teased me back as far as I can remember. This sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with when I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can still be hard to get along with. Even so, George Eniki's family is interesting and fun. They seem to get along just fine. That's pretty much the total opposite of my family.
I'm Battler cunt. It's just big boobs.
The booba? No, I think I'll hold this for a little longer.
And true. Hey, what's the original?
That's true.
Okay, true. Battler cunt, comma.
Oh wait, give me a sec.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Have you seen a Rudolph sign?
Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead. No.
Namu namu num.
He actually
Of
looks
course.
like a One Piece character.
That's no way to talk about your own father.
No, father, it's here.
Still, this isn't the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom. But
Yeah, the guy's always been that way. So you really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump. And what on earth is he doing in there with those particular magazines?
oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. Since we've been together, I haven't let him do that on his own. What? 1984?
Also, is that the mother?
What? Yeah. Wait, why would Battler stop him?
Huh? No, I didn't know that woman that was standing there was the mother.
What? We just cut out.
Like, that woman there is his mother, right?
I don't think so.
Oh. So...
I think it's just whoever's with the dad. I don't think it has to be his mom specifically.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
She's like way too young.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I thought that was like maybe a cousin or something.
But since we've been together.
Yeah, that's why. That's what tipped me off. I was like, what is that? Is that her? But no, yeah, he's probably just with her. Oh, I'll have to get all the juicy details later. Sounds like Dad's got his balls in mine.
You know exactly what happened with that man if I didn't keep a tight grip, don't you?
No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As his son, I'm more than happy to let you take over.
Yes, so leave it all to me. After all, that's my specialty. What?
Was it just like in such an evil and booming voice? This woman.
Well, I figured, yeah. I figured he's like, leave it all to me, like literally. Like everything's gonna leave behind. Which is nothing.
Oh, true.
And she's gonna like cope her remind.
Yeah, it always happens. Like, it's always like the old man dies and like he leaves his inheritance to the wife or something. Or like he doesn't leave it to the young hot wife and then that's when she gets mad.
True.
And then like the mother died a long time ago or something. Her name is Ushiro Miyazaki. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother.
Basically.
My real mom died 6 years ago, and Carrie-san was the one Dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I can never bring myself to call your wife mom. And I doubt she feels like using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were a family. I decided to act a bit more frank with her and acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It's much easier if we just keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act up close and make each other uncomfortable. Kyrie-san has always been very open about all this, and thanks to that we've been able to get along pretty well. Then just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about being in the bathroom, the man himself came back wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Music stopped, which means you're gonna hear like the big booming trumpets of this thing. Actually, no, it's just Like, who's this guy? Butler. Hey, what's up, Dad? So, I guess the other guy was the grandfather?
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think this is the old guy. Doesn't look like him.
this is before the
Oh, right,
pact with the
because
witch,
the
maybe?
remember that we were talking about they were talking about the cousins. So it makes sense if the other guy's the grandfather, and that's why the whole family is coming together.
Yeah.
Don't pinch me in my ear, God. What is he doing like that?
Why does he look like that?
It's just amazing. That face. I guess I did. So you've been talking trash about me with
Wait,
mom.
weren't you doing it before? Do you want me to?
I thought you would because I was just like taking all of them in.
You taking what?
I was like taking all of them in.
True. So, you've been talking trash about with Mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect for your father? Hmm? Boing? Like boing? Comical boing?
Damn, that hurts.
It sounds like it hurts.
You can stretch my ear out all you want, but I'm not gonna be able to fly. That hurts.
Come on! Now! Up, up, down, down, left, right.
Being start.
Now say, Father, please forgive me for being so rude. That's not. That's infinite lives. That's not. You can't just tell them to say something.
No, he didn't do being start. Like hell, I will. Go find yourself some members only store if you want it that much. Yeah, let go. He disappeared. This little bastard is my dad. I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad is just about as tall as I am. It's no surprise Aunt Ava started talking about Dad's blood when she saw my height. By the way, my height isn't the only thing about me. Seems having weird uniforms in the family.
I God
Dad's
damn it.
full name is Ricky.
True. Wow.
Alright,
How is Dad's full name written?
Guanglai Kanji. You can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just. Anyway, this guy's name is pronounced Rudolph. So it's just like English names, but in Japanese, and that's why everybody is having like such an aneurysm over how the pronunciations.
Sure.
He must hate grandfather for giving him that name. I think literally just because of like the Sherlock Holmes detective style like mystery thing. That's why they chose like these proper English names, you know.
That's true.
I just imagine that's what it's gonna be like. So there's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, Aunt Ava snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey, Rudolph.
True. You should know better than to physically abuse your son. Yeah, that hurts, Aneki.
This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size.
I think that's good enough for now, Ava Nissan. Ava Nissan. I'll make sure to stretch out his other ear later on. Ah, my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kyrie-san. Rudolph? With your nose so bright? Make sure Kyrie-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay? The hell? You're one to talk, Aneki, abusing your little brother like that. Hideyoshi Nissan, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd still be unsold in the store. Ah, no. You have my gratitude and apologies. What? Were you calling unsold? Yeah, she is sold. After taking 2, 3 steps back, Aunt Ava unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. After starting out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Aunt Ava then developed an interest in the Chinese martial arts. Oh, that's cringe. Yeah, it is. This is cringe. Watch it through the Chinese ones.
After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's literally true for Ava.
Rudolph. Did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head like that would knock you unconscious? I think everybody knows that. Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match and my opponent was out cold. Jeez. Ah, sheesh. What a pain. I'm so sorry she can't help walking like a freak.
Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Never had a brother or sister myself. When I say you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family.
Not true. Oh, then why not consider making a little brother for George? Doesn't he already? I mean, they said treat him like a little brother anyway. He's already a fine adult who's about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid. What? And all of the pain and suffering, oh, he'd have to live through. Okay. I'm surprised even George couldn't turn out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is, wherever he is. Please share some of that with our blockhead of a son someday, will you? That's not at all how it happened. It's thanks to Ava Nissan's proper rearing that George Kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nissan? Aw, come now. Do you think so? Our George still has a long way to go. Ah, by the way, how's your little Anji-chan doing? Ooh, I heard she was vomiting. Ooh.
Oh, that's right, he forgot. And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay?
She often catches a cold when the seasons change. Wait, why'd you know that? Wait, it's 1984? Wait, why are you saving?
I'm just saving, like, just to save.
True.
Also, I gotta look at the bios, I forgot.
True, the son of Rudolph and his first wife. Asumu, when his father married his second wife shortly after Asumu's death. Badler rebelled and went to live with his grandparents on his mother's side. So, or no, would that be?
No, Oshiromania is the grandfather, remember?
Oh, wait.
His father's father. So he just went to go live with his mom's side, but unrelated side.
Okay, wait, yeah. Now he has returned for 6 years, so. Okay, true.
However, both of these grandparents passed away, and he has now returned to the Oshiromania family after 6 years. This family conference is a chance for him to renew his friendship with his cousins after a 6-year gap. Oshiromania George.
George, Ava, and Hideyoshi's son, an affable young man, liked by everyone in the family, serving as an assistant for his father's company, and it seems he dreams of making it on his own one day. As the oldest of the 4 cousins, he acts as their leader and arbitrator.
Yeah, so I'm guessing these are like the 4 children of the grandfather who's gonna be over here. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, this is probably gonna be the grandfather, and then these are like the 4 children, and then these are the 4 cousins.
Yeah, here's at the top, I guess.
And then, so then this is the grandfather's, might be Beatrice, I don't know. And then these are like other people.
Yeah, the blue ones might be the witches.
It could be the
Does
witches.
that make sense?
Probably, yeah. She married Terry, Rudolph's second wife. She had already worked alongside him for some time before the death of his first wife, at which point she openly took the position of his wife. She has served as Rudolph's right hand in several shady pieces of business, guiding them to success. She is quick thinking and well trusted by her husband. He took his wife's name upon their marriage and became a member of the Shiromea family. He therefore does not possess the spiteful genes passed down through the Shiromea family members, and his bright smile is very refreshing at the family conferences. He started his business from scratch and now works as the president of a medium-sized restaurant chain. This chain seems to be growing and performing extremely well. That's pretty good.
Sure.
Kenzo's second child. She is hostile towards her brother Kraus and opposes him whenever she can. When she is dealing with the family fortunes of the question of who will succeed the family headship. Normally she would have lost her place in the Shiromea family register upon her marriage, but she managed to forcibly acquire this by having her husband take the family name. sister Ava, he intends to make his voice heard during the family conference to prevent their oldest sibling Kraus from keeping all of their father's wealth for himself. His former wife Asumu passed away
Clueless.
6 years ago, and he married his current wife Kairi shortly after that.
They're literally clueless. They don't have any clues.
How many clues do they have?
None. She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. Who's saying that?
The aunt.
I think that's a wise move. She'll feel a lot better if she stays away from that venomous head family household. A child's health is always more important than an adult's convenience, don't you think?
I know some great medicine for mobbing clouds like that. When we get back home, I'll send you some right away, so please let her try some.
Thank you very much, Hideyoshi Nissan. I'm always in your debt, permanently.
And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we couldn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Ava gave Dad his just desserts for tugging on my ear.
Are we still waiting for the weather report?
Where's weather report? Hey, weather.
George Aniki.
The checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Aniki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather. And it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec, we are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different up where the planes fly.
The weather is a bit uncertain today. It can't make up its mind.
Aunt Ava looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather report was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region.
Oh, yeah, that's uncertain. It's pretty certain it's a typhoon. It's a typhoon again. Ah, not another. Guess there's no helping it with the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't you have chosen a better season? I agree. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Oban festival in mid-August. In that case, why don't you suggest that to Father and Nissan during the conference? Very funny, ha ha ha. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it, since you said you hate typhoons so much. I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. We're really scared of the brother for some reason.
Because his name is Kraus and he's like the older brother.
Yeah, sounds kind of evil. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Oban festival, right? Oh, scuttering on the ropes. Well, you said it too last year. Okay, well that's just cheating. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit in your schedule if we had it during the Oban festival? I never said anything like that. Okay, she's a lying whore. Oh, yes, you did. Ah, no, man. Just tell the truth. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that.
So now he's just unreliable.
Nah, he's incompetent. Why are you lighting a cigarette? What are you doing? No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time. Oh, she is a lying whore. Didn't you know?
No, she's showing her true colors.
Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact is a very high-level technique. Sheesh, women your age shouldn't spread their legs like that beast.
Now we're
Dad
not
and
neighbors.
aunt.
Alright, it might be different from a couple of rats in the ceiling.
Oh, even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences.
You're the one who looks like a real adult analyzing it all calmly. I hope I never turn out like that old bastard. He just hates his dad.
He just hates them.
I'd much rather end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aniki.
Like me. Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. Did you say everybody likes him though? I think you far surpass me on all of those counts of Battler Kun.
Everybody in the house likes him. In the family.
Yes, I'm saying.
Oh, but like, being sociable within your family members and being sociable in the world are completely different.
Mommy still shows like, as he knows. Like he is able to remember things about people, about like his family. So I guess it wouldn't apply that as much in like business, but still, definitely wouldn't hurt. I'm sure you'll outstrip me fast enough when you become an adult.
Whoa there, this guy's still a minor. George Aniki scratched his head and laughed as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course, he was just being humble. Aniki entered the university and became an apprentice at Loki Asia's company at the same time, studying both economics and how to become a business expert in parallel. Then, right after graduating, he got into Loki Asia's company as his father paid, piling up a lot of real-life experiences and devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. Aniki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives towards his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky idle high school life.
Happy-go-lucky.
I've got no dreams for the future. I
For
like
real?
to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in.
For real?
That could never happen. When Aniki was my age, he had already formed an impressive objective and started devoting himself towards studying for that goal. So I guess I can't compare at all. My dad just says, sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets.
For real?
Damn it, I'm not gonna be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. Should I go on those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days? Well, it's not like I can mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come late. Oh ho! If it isn't Rosa-san. Maria-chan, long time no see. Long time
Kani.
no see. Wait. Oh,
Oh.
never mind.
Okay, they buffed her. They buffed her. No way. She was not cute or funny. Maria. Shouldn't that be, it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly.
Ugh. It's good to see you again. There you go. Well said. How about some candy as a reward? Where did I put it?
Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. It's been too long, Kairi Nissan, Hideyoshi Nissan. I had the honorifics suck. And oh my, Battler-kun. Look how big you've gotten. True.
Ah, come on. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet.
Hey, Rosa, you're late.
Oh no!
If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it. I'm sorry. The end. We had some trouble making our train connection. So are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. Even if we're kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall.
Maria-chan's gotten huge too. So how tall are you now? So how tall am I now? Maria-chan peered at Uncle Benoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height was changing from. Give a few more years and she'll start to start thinking about it. I don't know, make sure it is.
Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? She doesn't remember, is the point. You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? This is like learning about how children work? Like, no way. Like, they get older and they grow? Oh my god. I think she's grown a lot since last year.
The Kyrie observes the precise height. I thought she's gonna do
She
a
turned
Yoshikage.
9 years old this year, didn't she? 9 years old. Yeah. That's how it works. That's right, you're 9 years. I think she's 9 years old. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go. I guess you've got a bit too heavy to play airplane with. He's just weak.
George, Aniki, what a rude thing to say to a lady.
He's gonna lift her up effortlessly.
When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stared at the
She just made herself go limp. Like, break the poor guy's back.
The last time I met Maria, it was 6 years ago, and she was only 3 years old. Of course, she doesn't remember my face.
No, just Maria-chan, don't you remember? Like, bum, 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 bum. It's bad, like that. Bum, 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 bum. You used to play together, remember? Bum, 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 bum. No surprise, I guess. Bum, bum. The last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. I mean, not without that attitude. I mean, goddamn. She must know everyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year, but I haven't had contact with it. Shit, Romeo family of Frau. Wait, that's you. Oops.
Yeah. So it's not surprising that this 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can just remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby.
Maria. This is Battler Oni-chan. Rudolph Nissan's son. Understand?
The brother's son is... The brother is the son? Ugh. That sound was probably her brain going to override that complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Me or Owen is the title you can use to refer to an actual older brother. It can also be a friendly honorific for a boy who's on the other older. It's just like now or on after the word for big sister.
Maria-chan. This is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me.
Like George only said,
Battler.
cousin.
That's right. You got it.
This part of Aniki is what makes me really look up to him.
Maria, no. You mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. What?
That's all
He
right,
said it
Aunt Rosa.
himself.
I don't sweat the small stuff. He's in for
Aunt
nothing
Rose is
but
like 1984.
yeah, he's a real nerd. And Maria, close enough that we don't need honorifics, right? Bad nerd dad. Ooh, ooh. And that's right, Maria, Maria, Maria. Woohoo!
You can copy her.
We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a fake new friend, but things will probably work out as we get to know each other again. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remember her being 6 years ago. Seems that people don't just change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still a pure, innocent girl. Her name is
No. What the? Why is there just a medical sign? What is this?
Of course, Benji is pronounced Maria. The third character looks like a cross, which is pretty cool. Felix don't usually show up on the face, so we don't know too much. That's just how people are supposed to be. Insect is just a Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is rude and don't like her. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese.
Are any of the others?
Sorry to say it, but her name's almost as ridiculous as Dad's. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. When I think about it, all the names in my family sound foreign. Just why is grandfather so obsessed with that?
I believe the witch,
Yeah,
which is like a English name, Beatrice.
Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with his weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. Anyway, there's one thing about Aunt Rosa that's really compared to other family members. The old bastard and Aunt Ava have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares her blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. She has the most common sense of all the siblings, so she's the youngest. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who will always be on the good side. However, positive she's more strict with parents. She's not liberal and not spending everything.
What do you mean she's worse?
Yeah. It's better to have somebody like him. Okay. She manages a design company, but she has yet to start taking it seriously, and its financial situation is far from favorable.
She failed.
She felt like,
What is this class? It looks so bad.
yeah, she's like 10 feet tall.
Mm.
Her father's identity is unknown. She can't shake off the habit of speaking like a young child, which often earns her a scolding. She has no interest in studying or making friends, but is very interested in things concerning the occult and black magic. Thanks to excellent powers of imagination, she knows all kinds of obscure tricks.
Okay. Just the 9-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, just that description with this picture.
Yeah.
She just knows.
She just knows occult and black magic.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have the entire group of family members who are going to board the plane. That moment, as though it had waited for all this to arrive, announced my name. Our father is the land. Boarding on the flight home on the street. We're at the passengers before full line, touchdown behind the white line.
Rosa, you still haven't gone through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up! Oh no! Maria, come on!
We had to go through a metal detector before going out on the runway. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it was still a plane. A staff member was holding a metal detector to check this out.
It better be a plane. That damn.
Is this an actual picture of a plane?
Yeah.
Once all was clear to check, we followed the staff member out onto the runway. Once the
That's me, Katawa showed you. They just took a picture of something that's real and then they just made it like really, like a million filters.
Yeah. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. A group stopped in front of the entrance to the airport. Then our guides were spoke, looking down at the passenger list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names on the passenger list, please take your seats in order, starting from the front row on the right side and then going to the right platform to the next row. I will now begin reading the passenger list. Shiryu Hideyoshi-san. Oh, I'm first. Right here. By the way, do you have some candy? I've been looking all over for some, but I can't find it. Shiryu Eva-sama.
They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the blimp.
I mean, they're all family, so they don't even have to like bother with this. They could just go inside. But I guess
Yeah.
the play is I've heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears from hurting. Variations of the picture.
How would that help?
Probably what they're talking about.
They still need to give candy to the kid for
It's
calling them.
have you been on a plane?
No.
Okay, well, when you're on a plane...
I've been on a train. That's close enough, I think.
No, there is no change in pressure on the plane. But yeah, when you're taking off or landing, your ears pop. And so, to like counter that, you kind of just like swallow. So if you're sucking on the candy, then you're like constantly swallowing it. Really
Until they just give you like some M&Ms.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They don't even give you a sucker. They just give you like.
It's just like a market. They give you like Pop Rocks.
They just hand you a pretzel.
Oh my god. No, yeah, they usually people will do like earplugs, but yeah, just like candy is pretty good as well. Hope I get a window seat.
Hahaha, don't worry. You literally just walk.
Thank goodness, Tommy Fury has been banned from entering the USA.
What?
He got banned.
Wait, who?
Tommy Fury.
Oh yeah, no for sure. I don't know who that is. He called Jake Paul a pussy.
This is all I have to say about that.
Banned from the USA? Oh, I'm sorry. True.
Oh,
There aren't any other kind of seats. Oh, damn.
As George and Nikki said, there were apparently only 2 lines of seats. So this is what a small thing is like. We are totally sure it's not gonna shake, right? This guy's gonna like
Why is he worried about this? Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much.
The flight attendant, actually, this one shakes a lot. Surely a Battler stuff. Nikki, what do you mean not too much? You can just swim if you fall from a boat, but if the plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes in our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't? Surely a Robson.
Come on, Battler, stop standing there slack-jawed and get in. Die like a man.
Ow, Dad! Don't push me. We don't get parachutes. Surely a Robson.
Okay, you two stop fooling around. Let's move on in. She's just an op. Ow, Kyrie. Don't push me. Dude, that's what he said. This blockhead isn't moving.
Let's move on.
Kenny. Maria. Be quiet. What is this? It's 1984. This is their idea of like a strict parent. It's just like, be quiet, child. Don't do that, child. Do this, child. There we go.
That's the strict there.
The strict parent has been written.
And this is your pilot. We would like to thank you for taking the Tokyo Religious Flight to Hawaii. We estimate the flight from the Kyoto Airport will take about 20 minutes. We received reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking up in your aircraft, so we ask that you do not fasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Aniki, did that guy just say we need to wear seatbelts? In a jumbo jet, you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's gonna shake so much we can't take off. Damn it, you
For
tried to
20
tell me to
minutes.
shake off. Wear parachutes. Maybe I should have taken them. Whoa. Dude.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. You sure wrote me a battler. Yeah. And that is one of the characters, yeah. Mm-hmm. True. Oh, you should write me a George, or should write me a Jessica, or should you write me a Maria? Should write me a Shizu, should write me a Cross, or should write me a should write me a Hideyoshi. And Ushirami Rudolph, Ushirami Rosa, Ushirami Kyrie. Jeez. Nanjo, what? We don't need these people.
Oh wait, Genji's there.
No, there's just nobody.
Dude, not even an Eric
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum. Bum. Should have taken the bows.
Fall! Fall!
Maria, that's enough. Enjoying yourself. But what a surprise.
True.
You're not gonna. I thought there was nothing that could scare Battler-kun. What? This guy can't handle vehicles for some reason.
Okay.
Get a load of him.
I knew they were making
Get his load.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of a man, you are. In the Battler, you put him in like a death trap of a vehicle. And he's like, I don't know, it's somewhat dangerous. It's like, you're a disgrace of a man! Your mother hung herself!
Just put him in a death trap? It's just the plane.
Yeah, exactly, it's a death trap.
How?
I mean, no, planes not really, but cars, like 100%.
Oh no, cars are cars. Like, you go in a car, there's like a 4 billion % chance of dying.
Yeah, no, why do you think there's like that spike right above like the driver's seat where it's like, you know, you just get like over a little bump, it just impales your head every time. Like, I swear to God.
They just installed like a cast iron spike.
Yeah, no, every car.
I didn't know they had that. I gotta like remove the one in that car. It's like it only gets deployed when you're about to crash.
Exactly.
No, but what about the
I
steering
can't believe the
wheel?
police haven't figured it out yet. Like, they always go to like investigate what happens at these car crashes, and there's just like these holes that show up at the top of their heads.
So yeah, this is typical of a car crash. Don't worry about it. No. What about the putting a bunch of little pebbles on the steering wheel? so that when the airbag pops, you just die.
True.
Oh, I'm safe.
You just put weights on on one side of the steering wheel, so whenever you turn it, it's just like turning the other way.
Why? You
Just put weights on it, and it only turns right.
You like purposely make the car extremely dangerous to operate.
No. True.
That was me visiting Burger King just now.
Yeah.
That thing was seriously shaking way too much. I just got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that.
You call that a little stressed? Sounds like it'd be fun to take an overseas vacation with you, Bather.
That's the thing, right? Like, he's taken jumbo jets before, so he's not just a total noob when it comes to vehicles.
I'm just asking if it was gonna shake, and then it did.
Yeah.
Would you like to go to Egypt with your aunt? No way.
No way. Canvas Crusaders Egyptian.
So we're gonna start from Japan, and we're gonna take a plane there. What's gonna happen? It's gonna crash.
Yeah, it's gonna crash, and we're gonna have to like to get to Egypt. We're gonna have to like take some camels, and we're gonna have to get a submarine. That's pretty much
Why didn't they just take a plane again?
because nobody trusted Joseph with another plane.
I mean, if we're being real, like the first plane they took, right? Like Ray flashed it up and they killed everybody, but then they killed the user, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like just take another plane.
They did take another plane.
No, I mean like an actual like airline plane, like all the way to Egypt.
Well, yeah, I guess they could have taken another airline, right? But
Yeah, just take another one.
they were trying to be discreet with their travel as well, which is
Well,
why they
cool.
took a private plane.
It didn't work
And
at all.
yeah, Joseph crashed it again.
Mm.
So then that's when they did camels, and then they did submarine. And submarine was actually got them there. Well, almost.
You get to ride on a plane for a full 14 hours.
I mean, again,
Well, I mean, it'd probably be a big
he
plane.
has no problem with a jumbo jet. He just doesn't like a tiny plane.
Ha 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 ha. There's a good plan. Just hate him for no reason. Batler Kun. You should go let Ava Nissan toughen you up some. Still, it's so hilarious. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, now. Everyone's got their own strong and weak points. It's bad to laugh at them.
He's just laughing. He's still laughing. Yeah, Dad, you're laughing too. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore.
Shouldn't laugh anymore.
Was she laughing?
Huh?
But who's saying that?
Yeah, this is a battler. Yeah,
Sure.
is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now.
No, it's like clicking your tongue. So.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, touch. But I wanted to make it louder because you can't really hear that.
He just says out loud, "Ch."
Well, that's how they do it.
Honestly, Battler would do that. Yeah, Battler would do that. You're right.
Battler would do that, and like if you ever watch an anime, they do it that way so that you can like very obviously hear it. It's just a voice acting trick. Split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor. Oh, why? From there on, we'll be taking a boat to the island. Sounds about right. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier where the boat to the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. Oi, 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 oi! I'm not gonna do the old man voice, you can do it.
Oh, what?
I was gonna do the old man voice, but it's not an old man, it's a young woman, so you can take her.
It's not a old man. It's a young woman.
Yeah, my thing keeps cutting out. I was gonna do the old man, but it wasn't an old man, but a young woman. So you can just take her.
George Nissan on. It's been so freaking long. Jessica Chan, it's been a year since I saw you. Almost like the family meetup is once a year. You've gotten taller again, haven't you? It's almost like it's been a year. Kiahaha. Don't give me that, it's embarrassing when you say it every year.
What's it called? Japanese women don't like being tall.
I'm noticing a trend here. Oh yeah, hey Aniki, you gotta be kidding me. Is that really just... No, it's you!
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to tell.
Yeah. Hey, Aniki, you gotta be kidding me. Is that really Jessica?
Oh, wait a sec, George. Is this a big guy battler?
We both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I do remember her crazy way of talking. Yo, Jessica. What's this now? You're kidding me. You look like a woman now. What are these, boobs? You even managed to get a job.
You became an Italian? What is this?
Let me rub him in. Let me see.
What? Don't screw around with me. I'm a blushing flower of 18, and also
Why
you're going to
your
jail
face?
for life.
For life?
For life.
That is a pretty accurate face, though.
Of course my hair grew longer, and I got these. These what? She's not holding anything. What do you think, I got boobs just to get fondled by you? Loser! Oh my god. You lost. And speaking of you, sure, you got all ridiculously huge, but did you get a bit stronger too? I mean, yeah.
Push her into the pier. Push her into the pier.
Yes.
Do it. Push her into the pier.
You literally
Put her in the water. Push her into the pier.
Don't screw with me. I'll show you how much training I've done since back then. Training for what?
I think that was my line. Okay.
Ah, damn it. Ah, you're pissing me off.
No.
I'll beat you at your own game.
This headstrong's girl name is Guang Lai Kanji. She was born under the same unlucky star as me, sharing the same kind of weird name. I mean, again, like, the only real weird name here is Battler. But all
As
of
a
them
battler?
Yeah, they're just these Western names. Anyway, it's pronounced Jessica. She's Dad's older brother's daughter. The older brother has to be the oldest son of the original family, so for now...
Battler just doesn't know his own uncle's name. It's just Dad's older brother.
Well, wait, if they just say Kraus, like, half the people in the crowd aren't gonna know who you're talking about.
Oh, it's Uncle Kraus.
Since Jessica and I are the same age and same times, had little... Since
Holy
Jessica
girl
and I are the
squad.
same age and sometimes had little boy-girl squabbles with each other, we've always been used to fighting and joking around together whenever the relatives gathered. Jessica grew more quickly, so she always had beat me in terms of size and physical strength. When we scuffled in a contest of strength, it usually went Jessica's way.
No longer.
So even though I realized I'd grown bigger, part of my mind was still convinced that I couldn't beat Jessica.
Now we're back to beating women. We're back to beating women. Oh, whoa. Ah. Wait, is that her? What the? What are you getting all serious for? Ow. Oh, wait, what? I think that was... Yeah, how are we supposed to tell? What is this?
That's you.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, what is Battler doing? Is Battler, like, beating up a woman right now?
He, like, punched her in the face just now.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Hey, this is nothing. Jessica, you've got it a week.
Shut up. I'm a girl, so of course I couldn't be a guy with physical strength forever, right?
Well, you've got a point there. The paint I put on my arms all went into your chest.
Oh,
It
true.
looks like it'd be a pretty even test of strength between my arms and your boobs, don't you think?
I told you my boobs aren't for you to feel up. Besides, how about you? Did your cute little elephant son get a big figure to go thirsty?
Stop it, idiot! No, you perv! I'll be ruined for life.
For marriage.
Don't touch my crotch.
Nobody, like, yeah, is nobody stopping this? Like, what is this? There's two cousins, like, harassing each other sexually. Like, what is this?
Like
Yeah,
touching
don't
bruhgers.
say stuff. People are gonna misinterpret.
What?
Yeah.
I should have known. Alright, I just received some important information. Honestly, I'm so surprised at how feminine Jessica had become that I had to joke around like an idiot to hide it.
Mhm.
Well, considering what a bossy brat she was 6 years ago, I'm not really surprised. I guess she's just as surprised. She probably wasn't expecting to lose the full test of strength. After losing that easily, she was shocked at how much I've grown in the past 6 years. 6
6
years.
years.
Once again, being shown just what a huge gap between them was.
Crap, total defeats. Didn't that happen before? Did they do it again? It's like I'm no match for you anymore. That's not true. He just appears.
No, it's the White Knight. He's gonna, like, shoot Battler in the head.
How true. Even Battler must have his weaknesses.
Like a 44 Magnum.
True.
Oh no!
Right, Maria-chan.
He wins the low ball route. Fall!
Wow.
Let's keep that a secret, okay? Fall.
Fall.
Oh wait,
The hell are you talking
I thought
about?
that Maria just suddenly became broken.
She just came there.
Sorry, but there's no chance you'll see that weakness in me. After all, the nightmare plane trip is already over and
Well,
done.
okay, well, Battler's just stupid.
Nice, quiet splashing of the boat. I never thought I'd start loving that piece of junk boat this much.
Huh? George needs not. Is there something wrong with his head? Which one? You'll understand soon. Very soon.
At the time, I didn't get anything better than that big smile. What have we here? Ooh, Battler-san, how big you've grown. Who's it this time? It's an old lady with makeup. Oh yeah, that takes me back. I remember now.
You remember her, alright? It's Kuma Isawa-san, the servant.
I can never forget you, Sumasawa.
Kumasawa ba.
You haven't aged a bit in these past 6 years. If anything, I'd say you're looking younger than ever. Oh, ho, ho. Lately, my skin's been cutting quite smooth and silky. And look, hasn't my chest gotten bigger as well?
Sure.
Like a little
How does she like a little feel?
You're kidding, right? My breast fondling is strictly limited to bouncy girls.
The bouncy girls?
Why is he discriminating?
What it? What it?
I was called bouncy in my years. Don't be shy. Follow to your heart's content.
What is this?
Give me a break. It's girls I'm looking for, not grannies.
Genius base.
From compliment to insult in 3 seconds.
True.
The jokes I'd crash about with Jessica were being turned against me. Come to think of it, Kumasawa has always been the type to tease people.
What would you do if you just did?
I mean, in his position, I'd do it. I'm just saying, you know?
Yeah. It's Kumasawa-san. Stop that now. People with 1 foot in the coffin shouldn't jump, or what the fuck? True. It's rare for you to come pick us up, Kumasawa-san.
You just have to emphasize all the U's with this woman.
I mean, it's rare for her to do it specifically.
Yeah, true.
It's like, I wonder what's gotten into you. Usually, your lumbago kicks in whenever someone gives you a job to do. What was a lumbago? Wait.
It's like it's like just like a made up disease.
Made up disease, sure. My,
Yeah, literally, it's like my inability to do work syndrome is kicking in. Sorry.
sure, the life failure activated. A giggle sound effect.
Oh, Emma-sama, you're as harsh as a... I found myself with some urgent purchases to make, and while I was at it, I thought I would come welcome you all. Although it does give a bad impression if the one waiting to greet you is a decrepit old woman. Aunt Ava spoke sarcastically, but Kumasawa Ba-chan's years of experience were nothing to sneeze at. She was more than capable of smoothly and coolly deflecting that comment. Well, it feels bad to say it, but old Kumasawa Ba-chan may be past her prime of the servant. She might act as though she had good health, but between the headaches and her lumbago, her body is wearing out. Yeah, so the lumbago is an actual thing, but like
It's an actual thing.
she uses it as an excuse. You know, that's what I meant to say. To tell the truth, the fact that she's still working is very impressive. How old is she this year again? She must be pushing 80 at least. It's incredible that she's still able to act so cheerily.
You just seem to get more and more lively. It's like a reverse Benjamin Button. It's like you get older, but you act younger.
Yeah.
That's right. Here you are. It's the tea I told you about before. Look, I bought you some. Please do try it later on.
Anreza took a souvenir bag from her suitcase. To think that she remembered a promise that she'd apparently made last year and faithfully brought it. This sort of thoughtfulness was just like Aunt Rosa. She wasn't the kind of person who would forget or break a promise. Kumasawa Ba-chan seemed deeply touched. Not only that, Aunt Rosa had remembered this year-old promise, but she would bring a gift to a simple servant like her. This woman is Kumasawa Shiryo-san. She's a senior servant who's been working at the Umineko family household for many years. As you'd expect for someone her age, manual labor isn't a strong point, but she's a kind of super servant who can handle just about anything else from kitchen work to cleaning and laundry. It seems like her only flaw is a tendency to slack off. Yeah, so this is servant stuff here.
True.
This elderly woman is a part-timer who, though she has quit her job several times along the way, has served the family for a great many years in total. She is crafty and more than competent when it comes to performing her duties, but because of her chattiness and little rumors, she is not highly regarded as a servant.
True.
Carlson Natsuki's daughter. In the absence of any irregularities, it was thought that she would eventually inherit the headship of the Hiroshima family, but technically her husband-in-law. However, she seems to have no interest in all of this. She was born with weak bronchi and is sometimes assailed by sudden asthma attacks.
What the hell was she beating Battler up when she was young?
Well, I mean, if her asthma isn't acting up, then she should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Here he tries to get away from heavier troublesome work by playing up her chronic diseases. In Kumasawa Chan's case, this is probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness. Though it probably doesn't impress those praying for Kumasawa. Oh well, even if she's pretty flaky when it comes to work, I can never dislike her. I guess it's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile. Hey, glad to see you're still in fine spirits. How's your back doing then? Even with the medicine, it's not getting one whit better. According to the doctor, nothing can be done for this one. It's what you might call an incurable disease. Oh,
I have back pain for life. Ha ha ha.
This makes sense
Anyway,
now.
Jessica Chan just keeps getting prettier.
The old man.
Yep.
Uh-oh, she just turned 18. She's legal now.
I just literally just turned 18, no way.
He's gonna push Kyrie into the pier and make her his newest wife.
Good thing she takes after Natsuhi Nissan. Really. Personally, I don't think we look alike at all.
At all.
I mean, I don't even want to be like my parents. Because I got zero respect for them. Oh, now you shouldn't say such
The
things.
mob has to intervene.
Though there are quite a few people who don't want to be like their parents in our family.
That's
Ah,
me.
it's him! No way!
That's me.
You sure as hell better not take after me. He knows he's failed life. Your nose looking like mine already pisses me off.
I'm pretty
Oh
sure that's
wait,
the one
is
that.
that
Yeah.
might be? Wait, what are you talking about? You're surprisingly alike, you and father. Come on, you can't be serious. Ah, damn it, I knew it.
Come on, you can't be serious. Just how I like that.
You're a lot like him, especially in how arrogant and prideful you are.
I feel like they're talking about the old man.
Wait, are you? Oh wait, maybe? No, but they were talking about Battler before. I don't know. Father's blood is especially strong in you and Nissan.
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about the old man.
Wouldn't you say, Rosa? Oh, absolutely. Cor- uh, Kraus, Kraus Nissan and Rudolph Nissan are almost unbelievably like Dad. Alright. Why am I the only one here under fire from the girls? Hideyoshi Nissan, give me a hand, please.
My, Rudolph man. You're always so popular with the ladies. I'm jealous. As usual, you're popular enough to make me jealous. Well then, everyone, shall we head over to the boat? Come on, Maria-san, let's get on the boat together, okay? Get on the boat together. Eh. Everyone gets on together. Eh. Hell yeah, this time around I'm not gonna be scared. I'm used to being shaken by the waves. With that piece of junk fishing boat, I'm less afraid of the shaking of the engine breaking down and the boat drifting off.
Oh yes, Battler-kun. I forgot to tell you. I placed a bomb on the ship. That fishing boat was completely worn out, so it was taken out of commission a few years back. Now we get taken to the island in a different boat. The Hellboat. Oh, right.
It's just like a light speedboat.
Oh, yeah, wait. It's Battler's first time in the new boat.
I feel
It
like these
probably is
people are so
best.
cheap and like they just get like the worst thing ever. It's gonna
Mhm.
like get filled with the water. It's like Sea of Thieves boats.
It's super comfy, wink wink, and frickin' fast! And go at crazy high speeds. That's just what he wanted to hear.
Oh, that means less travel time, right? That sounds great. Having to worry about sinking is less scary than being on a plane, but it'd still be awesome to get it over with as quick as possible. Ew. Is Adler going to fall again? That's only on airplanes. Everything's fine now.
It's the captain's pride and joy, a kind of modded high speed boat. Of course. Seems he's got it pretty souped up. He's bragging about how he attached 4 base high-efficiency propellers to make it break 40 knots, or something like that. He talks about it all the time, so I sort of memorized the spiel.
I want to meet the captain. This guy sounds crazy.
He's like breaking a law.
Yeah.
I've got it memorized too, since we hear about it every year. That captain says he's been obsessed with modding ever since he lost a speed contest with a foreign boat ages ago. According to him, that opponent managed to break 30 knots in just a fishing boat. He just put a rocket on it. And his thirst for a revenge match got him to build an awesome, all-new, super high-speed modded boat. I'm sure you'll just love it, Badler.
Super high speed modded boat. My first thought that it would be much better than some beat up boat that might sink at any moment. But for some reason I got this feeling of foreboding. Probably just overthinking it.
It's only a move at 40 knots. Like, that's not that fast. Like a knot? That's so small. Like, look at your shoes right now. Like, a knot is not that big. Hey, Battler, maybe you should just swim to the island. Come on. Battler-kun, you shouldn't lean over the railing too much. You might fall. And... True.
So this is a super high speed boat captain, so... Oh yeah, that's a fishing boat since you've been looking all the time for this guy. Whoa, it's shaking, it's shaking, it's shaking. Gonna fall, fall, fall.
Fall.
Gonna fall, fall, fall. If I fall, I'm in the ocean, drown. Where's the parachute? Where's the buoy? Give me a life jacket. Wow, what the heck are you doing that for?
Who's a saying Jessica-chan, Maria-chan, it's not nice to tease. Battler-kun, if you're scared, then just don't come out on the deck. It seems kind of obvious. I think you'll be able to calm down a bit if you go inside the boat.
Oh, I see.
I get it.
That's a no thank you, Aniki. Shipwreck victims are always the ones inside the boat. The survivors are usually those on the deck during the incident. So I'm staying right here. But it's shaking. I'm gonna fall. Shaking, gonna fall.
Maria, I told you to behave yourself. But, Battler-kun, it looks like you really can't handle it. Go tell the captain to slow down for you. You might go down to 38 knots.
Whoa, I'm Rosa, thank you. I can tell you now that safe, slow driving is definitely the way to go, even on the sea.
Don't do that, Rosa. Trials and tribulations are important for young men. Isn't that right, Battler-kun? You'd better be able to overcome a little scare like this. Otherwise, you'll never be able to go to Egypt with your aunts.
Whoa, not good, but you're so mean. Oh no! Oh, my jacket says. Wait, gotta spin it around and think that way. What's the enemy aiming for? Is he doing this to scare me? That's what he's aiming for. Too bad. Like hell, I'll be scared. But no! Oh. Don't. So after I made a huge fool of myself for a while, Aunt Rosa had a talk with the boat captain and slowed it down to a more manageable speed for me. That's a bit better. Thought I was gonna die earlier. Apparently the max speed I can tolerate is extremely slow, but that just now was completely insane. The whole boat was shaking, sliding and leaping on the ocean's surface. It felt like I was riding on the back of a flying fish. Jessica was still guffawing at me as I leaned against the railing, tired and disheartened.
I lost in that strength contest earlier, but I'm glad to know I'm no worse off for early counts. I think strength probably matters a bit more.
Yeah, the ability to handle high-speed vehicles.
But seriously, ha ha ha, wow, 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 wow.
Damn it, go ahead and laugh. One of these days, I'm gonna find your weakness and get back at you, and then your boobs will be mine to squish.
Is like what's going on? Like for real?
He's
Ha
about
ha
to,
ha
he's
ha.
about to touch them.
Ho ho ho. Hee hee hee. Yeah, sure. Good luck with that.
I think before the game ends, he's gonna end up fondling them.
And the what?
I think before the game ends, he's gonna end up fondling them.
True.
Ugh. Battler all week.
Yep, badly all week.
Yeah, battler all week. I want to die on land, not in the ocean or the sky. Ray was patting my back, so I patted her head in return. Oh, true? That pets?
True.
Her expression was blank as usual, but I realized that she wanted to console me.
Oh wait, I don't know who's saying it. Badly-kun, the captain swinging drinks to make up for this. Would you like one to calm yourself down?
With George, Aniki, and Kumasawa Chan bought us all ice-cold cans of soft drinks covered with beads of water.
Ah, Dr.
Judging from
Pepper, thank
Kumasawa
God.
San's big grin, our parents inside the boat were probably all rolling around laughing at my moment of pure terror. Yeah, I was so embarrassed I couldn't bear my face to any of them. If I didn't change the subject somehow, I had the feeling I'd be the butt of everyone's jokes for the whole trip, so I tried to think of something harmless to talk about. Hey, Jessica, how are Uncle Krause and Aunt Natsumi doing?
My old man and mom. Unfortunately, they're fine. Though every other word out of their mouths is study, study, which pisses me off. I'm so jealous, since it doesn't look like Uncle Hideyoshi or Uncle Rudolph would say stuff like that. Ha 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 ha, oh no. Before I had my exams, my parents kept pressing me about it over and over.
Riddle me this. If I'm rich as fuck, and you're doing a 9 to 5, and I'm mad, and I hop on my super yacht,
I'll get
your
to that.
wonderful mother, why would I be mad?
Don't talk about my mom!
So what you're saying is...
I thought it was annoying then, but now I'm grateful.
Ha, I knew it. You really are awesome, Aniki. Anyway, I have to go look after myself. No one tells me what to do. Well, it's not like I'd listen if they did. Badler-san, have you still not returned to your parents' home? Well, I kinda go back now and then. I've got lots of clothes and stuff left at the house I was living into recently. Who? Badler has 2 houses? Something like that. Why? Why do you have 2 houses? Who? Only Maria, who couldn't really grasp the situation, voiced this naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond even when they knew the answer.
Maria! Look, you can see the harbor now. Look over there, look! Can you see it?
Saw the harbor! Apparently Jessica was trying to be nice by changing the subject. Oh well, I'd rather not talk about it if I can help it. It's kind of uncomfortable to have it treated like some kind of weird taboo. I don't mind it that much myself anymore. Maybe it'd be a member of the Ushi Romeo family. The truth is that for these last 6 years, I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side, and I've been using the family name. When those grandparents passed away one after the other, I basically had no choice but to go back to live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. The only one at fault here is my dad. I don't really blame Harry's son. Being able to hold that old bastard's reign and ride him out is no mean feat. Still, the way that old bastard betrayed me, well, unfortunately, I still haven't fully gotten over that.
We'll be getting there soon.
George and Nikki cleared his throat. Time to change the subject. Also, I just realized the game is called umineko when the seagulls cry, and there's seagulls crying.
There's what?
There's seagulls crying.
Yeah.
And the game is called When the Seagulls Cry.
True.
Please forgive my indiscretion.
You sure it's not for just this act? True.
It seems this old woman has said too much already. If I have hurt your feelings... I don't mind it, and no one's feelings are hurt. Don't worry, Kumasawa-chan. Kumasawa seemed to regret speaking out of turn. But I was more concerned about being worried for something like that, so I stood up and passed it off quietly. After that, I had a sip of my drink and headed over to Maria and Jessica, who were gazing at the silhouette of the island. Ooh! The Adler! I saw the island! There! Ooh. Where is this? Oh! I see it. Even after 6 years, this island hasn't changed a bit. I was expecting a few new trees, maybe a second peak. Dang it! It's just a rock.
It's not a rock. It's a boulder.
Oh, true. Very true. The small island still Infernos have gotten pretty close. The island's name is Rokenjima.
Rokenjima, no way.
It's a small island about 10 kilometers around, located in the Izu archipelago. Since they call this archipelago the Izu 7, lots of people think there are only 7 islands, but that's not true. There's actually several more, and Rokenjima is one of the minor islands that don't get counted. Even if that weren't the case, I doubt you'd find many people who knew about this island. Only people connected to the Urashima family would go there. In other words, outsiders and tourists never have any reason to care about it, so you never find this island's name in a travel brochure. After all of Rokenjima is an estate possessed by the Urashima head family. Only the Ushiramiya family lives there, and only people connected to the Ushiramiya family come and go to it from there. There's nothing there except a harbor and a mansion. The vast majority of the island is still just uncultivated forest. Such a waste when it could be made into a nice golf course or something. However, when you realize that the entire coastline is a private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. You've probably guessed by now, but to put it simply, well, the Ushiramiya family is just rolling in dough. The head family apparently possesses a vast fortune, and Dad and the others who make up the branch families have built up plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I've been living a commoner's life at my grandparents' home for these 6 years, so I've completely forgotten. But the old bastard's house really is elegant, and everything about it is turned to match the snobbish taste of the annoyingly rich. Come to think of it, I guess that makes George Aniki. Why does it get louder every time?
I'd make it get louder.
Huh?
True.
Maria and me, wealthy, high-class gentlemen and ladies. Needless to say, none of us think of ourselves that way at all. I don't see myself as being rich, and George Aniki, who takes self-discipline very seriously, doesn't let himself get too comfortable. Jessica is always complaining that she'd rather move to the city than be rich. And Maria's still a kid who isn't even interested in money at all. Does that attitude really make us any less snobbish? From the perspective of people in poverty who can't pay the bills, we really have been blessed with a lot. This isn't the place to explain any further, so I won't. Anyway, it's the same as not being able to choose where the parents you're born from. I didn't ask to be born into a rich family, and I don't think it's really something to be envied. It can be pretty trying when people are prejudiced against you just because you're rich and refuse to judge you by your merits. As he pondered these sentimental thoughts, Maria started shouting and leaving. Ugh. Gone. What's wrong, Maria? Drop something. Gone, gone. Maria kept yelling, gone, gone. At first it sounded as if she had dropped something, but while she shouted, she also pointed it out with the direction.
What's wrong? What's gone? I'll look for a clue if you want. What is it?
If I remember correctly, wasn't there a toy or something tumbling a small crag around here? That's right, it was definitely there. I remember it well since as we get closer to the island, it's the first thing to read is the map.
Wow, you're amazing, battler. Even though it's been 6 years, you remembered.
It was here, wasn't it? I remember it too. The tutelary god's shrine and that Tory like thing were standing all alone in that crag. Now that you mention it, they're gone, aren't they? I'm pretty sure there were still 3 last year. Yeah. Maybe they were washed away by the winds or something. It was a small crag, so it probably got worn away over time.
Well, that's my theory too, I just made just now. It was last summer that it disappeared. But they say
They say an enormous lightning bolt came crashing down one evening and smashed the shrine. The fishermen whispered that having a thunderbolt fall upon a honor to turn down must be important in approaching misfortune. Kumasawa-san smiled industry as if he's rubbing her hands together and turning Japanese friends meant to war off lightning. However, Maria apparently took this seriously and stared fixedly over the ocean and crag has it inside their sense.
enough, Kumasawa-san. Maria isn't old enough to get that kind of joke. It's okay, Maria-chan. It's just a coincidence, says the first guy to die. Nothing scary is gonna happen.
He's either gonna be the first guy to die or he's gonna be the guy who kills everyone.
Sure, he's just a coincidence. He's gonna be the first one to die. It's like, but it's just a coincidence, guys. Calm down. His head like goes flying off.
Like, no, he's the first guy to die, but they never find the body, you know?
Oh, he just vanished.
Yeah, so
Sure.
then, like, by the time it's like one person left, he just comes back and reveals that he's been killing everyone.
Oh, damn it.
George Aniki put a hand on Maria's shoulder to calm her down, but Maria's sharp-eyed expression didn't waver. Misfortune.
Misfortune.
Maria muttered that word over and apparently repeating a single word over and over and having a nervous time. Or since the word she was saying was literally an ill omen, it was a bit creepy. Hey now, Maria. If you say it over and over like that, misfortune will really end up happening, you know? I tapped Maria's other shoulder. Maria whipped her head around and stared into my face and spoke unblinkingly. Ugh. Misfortune is coming.
What the fuck?
Huh? And just where is that coming from? I answered lightheartedly, trying to break the tension in the air. At that that moment, Maria held up a finger, raised her arm high, and pointed up to the heavens. When I looked up, I saw the sky was still just as cloudy, but it had grown a great deal more leaden than it had that morning. That's right. They were saying that a typhoon was approaching. We had planned to spend one night on the island, but if the storm doesn't pass quickly, I won't be able to make it to school on Monday. Well, I guess that makes for a pretty good excuse to be absent. She apparently sensed some kind of misfortune in this cloudy sky. She's been muttering that non-stop for a while now. Girls at Maria's age tend to be very impressionable. She's just about the age that many girls start to get excited about sixth senses whenever they have any psychic potential and stuff. For all we might know, this might be due to her childish sense of nature.
Or she just is a psychic. It's okay, Maria-chan. The weather might get worse tonight, but tomorrow it'll clear up and become a pretty blue sky. He's dead. He's dead. He's already dead. He's a zombie.
He's just Bruno. Pretty blue sky.
That's right. But tomorrow will be a pretty blue sky, and there won't be my red guts all over the walls. There's no rain that doesn't end, and no clouds that never clear. He's so dead.
They're gonna he's gonna go missing, and then they're gonna get like a bunch of parcels, and when they open it up, it's just gonna be like the
sure is.
glass frames. Rain that doesn't end, clouds that never clear. I know the typhoon's coming, but soon it'll go away. It'll be okay, Maria. Started yelling. It looked as though she was having a tantrum because no one could understand what she was trying to say.
He just swapped the original.
No, I just wanted to see it. I don't like having it permanently. I just like to see the frames. What in the world is Maria trying to this movie to us? You must understand her. We couldn't help but feel a big sense of misfortune. I've heard that everyone feels supernatural, but that it weakens with human nature. That may mean that Maria, the youngest one, still possesses some kind of sense that never seems to be lost. I wonder if that sense is sending her a warning. At that moment, Marcella quietly opened her mouth. Rumor has it that long ago, Rokenjima was...
Kumasawa-san! Let's not talk about that now.
Just as Kumasawa-san was about to tell us the story, Jessica swiftly interrupted. Jessica's tone was extremely firm and determined. I wanted to push her further just out of simple curiosity, but judging by the look on Jessica's face, whatever Kumasawa-san was likely to say would probably make her even more uneasy. If I did try to press her for the story, the odds were pretty good that it wouldn't mean anything right here. I do apologize about that. The wind here is hard to bear for the elderly, so if you would excuse me for now. Gossipers have no reason to hang around after they've been told to stop chatting. When Kumasawa-chan finally realized that she could overstep her bounds, she went back to town. After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up in her place. Since he'd arrived mid-conversation, he completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere that hung about the scene. So he refreshingly and unwittingly swept that atmosphere aside. So in the end, it was his lack of tact that brightened the mood. Looks like we're almost there. Okay, just a bit more. Took forever at the speed we went today, didn't it? Wonder whose fault that was. Uncle Hideyoshi, give me a break already.
Ha ha ha, come on, don't stop there. Seriously, thanks to Badler here, it's taking forever. And he's a bitch.
Maria probably thought that everyone was refusing to listen to her. What do you mean? No, he's not a coward, he smokes crack. She hung her head, wearing a fretful expression. As she did, George and Nikki crouched down to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly.
Maria-chan, there's nothing to be afraid of.
As he drowns.
Because we're all together.
As he gets separated from the
Uh, how many like death flags can there be? There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together.
He's definitely gonna get separated.
Go ahead and say it.
There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together.
Yes. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're with each other. Hey, what's that gust of winds? Ah! Is blown off the ship.
He's gonna get separated, and she's gonna be alone at some point.
True.
Like, she's gonna be alone with some of the witches, and then
And then she's
like,
gonna become a witch, obviously.
Gonna, like, poop her pants, yeah, and become a witch. That's right, exactly what George Aniki said. If we stick together, there'll never be anything at all to be afraid of. Right, Jessica?
Yeah, no doubt about that. 100% with 1,000%. What George and Isan says is always true, Maria.
Is this the beacon of truth? George Ani-chan, always true.
Yes, he agrees. I don't lie. So trust me.
This guy's definitely the imposter.
There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together.
George Oni-chan doesn't lie. I trust you. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together. I'm not afraid. Maria jumped into George Aniki's arms and hugged him tightly. After Aniki patted her head, she jumped away again. Her facial expression had undergone a 180-degree change, turning back to normal. She was once again the ordinary Maria. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore because we're together. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. You look all better now. You're strong and that's awesome. I'm awesome. Hey, now what's going on here? Maria-chan didn't get seasick, did she?
Ha ha ha, well, something like that. She got possessed. We'll be arriving soon.
The harbor was already drawing near.
True. True. Like, don't forget to turn off the TV.
The boat gave a big shudder. Seems like we're rocking rockets. The boat driver came out and jumped on the mooring rope. A large man in a tuxedo was waiting for us there with a warm smile. It didn't recognize his face, but judging by his clothes, I guess he was a servant of the Shibuya Head Hospital.
I'm voicing like a million characters, you do.
Huh?
I'm voicing like a million of them, you do.
Yeah, but Battler feels like talking every other frame.
True. Welcome home, Melody. You were so late in returning that I began to worry. Thanks for caring. This moron got so scared, we had to slow down. It was seriously annoying.
Shut up. Someday when the shoe's on the other foot, you'll remember this. At this rate, word will spread to the whole family and I'll be the conversation piece during dinner. I mean, the only people left to tell are Uncle Kraus and the aunt. One by one, our parents came up from inside the village. You must all be quite
You
tired.
shall be quite tired from your lunch trip. Madam, please allow me to assist you. Thank you. It's been a while, Goda-san. How are you? I thank you for your concern. It is always my pleasure to serve. Battler-kun, isn't this your first time meeting Goda-san? If I'm not mistaken, you weren't working for 6 years ago, right? Indeed. So please allow me to greet you for the first time. It is an honor to meet you, Battler-sama.
I'm pretty confident about my height, but you're huge. This is definitely our first meeting. I'd never forget meeting a big guy like you. It's a pleasure. I'm Battler.
I was looking forward to meeting you. I am Goda. Box, a window, like, on the right, and 2 4s inside each other, and then like a double flag and a B on the left. Your servant, and I've been working for the Ushiromiya head family since the year before last.
Servant hired as a cook. He hasn't served his family long, but through his earlier jobs and previous experience, he has cultivated a talent for entertaining guests. Because of this, he is highly regarded as a servant.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. If there's anything you need, please feel free to rely on me at any time. Goda-san, it's been some time. 1 year. It has been too long, George-sama. Please allow me to assist you.
As usual, you're a pro at welcoming guests. If you ever need a job, just let me know, okay? I'll hire you anytime.
You do me too much honor. Give me less. Please allow me to assist you, Hideyoshi-sama.
Gosan then lent a hand to everyone as he disembarked, greeting them as they passed. His speech and mannerisms had the fine polish of a professional. He was very graceful and contradicted his initially tough-looking appearance. His large size made him seem a bit scary at first, but he was much more polite than my first impression had led me to believe. He claimed to have served in the army for 2 years, but he had doubtless worked at a similar job somewhere before. After everybody disembarked, the moving boat was untied and the boat started to veer away from the harbor. He was probably returning to his home port at Najima. The captain waved his hand in farewell. Maria conscientiously waved her hand back. Now that I think about it, that must be why I felt something out of place for a while now. I can't hear the cries of the seagulls.
Seagulls. The birds?
If I remember correctly, whenever we came to this island in the past, the seagulls always greeted us with their lively cries. Because of that, whenever I hear the cries of seagulls anywhere else, I get the feeling that I'm coming to a family conference. By the way, can you hear me?
Yes.
Could you hear that whole line?
Yes.
Because like the speaking indicator isn't up all the time. Except for the small part of the island where those of the Yoshinoya family live, Rokajima has been left uncultivated, which apparently makes it a paradise for wild birds. Supposedly there was a cliff somewhere that housed a huge seagull colony, so this island was always full of seagulls. Not having those seagulls here to greet us made me feel a bit lonely.
What's wrong, Battler-kun?
Oh, Rosa. That's nothing, really. I was was just thinking, it's a bit lonely with the cries of the seagulls.
Why, that's true now that you mention it. Even though they're always so noisy, today there isn't one to be seen.
Why no seagulls?
Maybe it's because the seagulls are having a get-together somewhere too? Or, the type of... Maria, did you want to see the seagulls?
Think about it. If you couldn't see them, they would be called bagels.
True.
Wanted to see them.
Still, it's a bit strange. Sorry, maybe.
Maybe Jessica grilled them all and ate them.
Sure. The hell? Don't say disturbing stuff like that. You'll get Maria believing it. I mean, what? Believing something is true?
Jessica Ona-chan grilled them. Jessica Ona-chan grilled them.
I did not. I did not. I did not. I did not agree with them. It is not true. It is bullshit. Why the hell would I do something like that? That's right.
That's right. Jessica
Exactly.
grilled them. Skin and meatballs, liver and onion. Swimming and meatballs, liver and onion. As I made fun of Jessica, Maria tagged along, looking like she was having fun. I never guessed she was such a good sport. Alright, for today I'm not making my number one follower. With a smile at her, she beamed, looking overjoyed. Possibly she was happy about this little connection.
That's not it, Maria John. I've heard wild birds are attuned to changes in the weather and atmospheric pressure, of course. The weather will probably get worse tonight. The seagulls might have returned to their nests early. That's pretty obvious.
Not grilled? Jessica Ona-chan didn't grill them?
No. I wouldn't do something like that.
Sounds like the words of somebody who would do something like that. To be completely fair,
She said I wouldn't. Battler, you admit right now that you lied. I did not. Not Battler can. Maria-chan is a naive girl, so she takes even jokes seriously. He was joking. You should choose your jokes more carefully.
This guy sounds like a big-time 1994
True.
George Aniki gently scolded me. Even though I outstripped Aniki, Aniki was Aniki, of course. There was no choice but to be obedient and apologize. Sure, my bad. Maria, that was a joke. The seagulls are all taking it easy in their nests. That's all. Battler lied. George Oni-chan told the truth. Had she actually been tricked despite all the fun she was having? Her pure eyes made me feel guilty. Maybe I went overboard. Yeah, that's right. What George Aniki said is true. The weather's bad, so they probably went home for the day. Doesn't mean they're gone. Right on, Elizabeth?
That's right. Tomorrow, when the weather gets better, I'm sure they'll come back so we can hear them cry meow, meow, like they always do. That's how they cry.
I'll wait until the weather gets better. I'll come back. Gonna wait until tomorrow. Gonna wait until the weather's better. Maria was in a lighter mood and was looking forward to tomorrow, when the seagulls would come back and fill the skies. Still, George Aniki really was amazing at taking care of kids. I think I remember
You just kind of told the truth about what happened.
when I was his bride 6 years ago. Aniki was probably my gift.
Georgetown is amazing at taking care of young kids. If you wanted to, I bet you'd be great with a job in childcare, don't you think? Yeah, it's almost like George Nathan was born to do something like that. Personally, I think that'd suit you better than doing business in some company president's office. Oh, no. Childcare is a fine career path, but it's not a job where merely liking children is enough. You really are modest, Georgia. But Batman is quite good with children too. The one he made think a girl ate seagulls. Even though it didn't last long, Maria seemed to be having a lot of fun. Please keep on playing with her like you did just now. Just choose your jokes more carefully, okay? Ho ho ho.
Aunt Rosa winked at me, giggling a little. She's a real mother, I thought to myself, just happy to see Maria having
Come on, Rosa!
fun. he's so upset.
And you brats too, what the hell are you doing? Let's get going. Okay, we're coming.
The old bastard was waving across to hurry up. Yeah, we needed to come early. We might as well. This conversation after sitting in the room started.
Now then, everyone, allow me to lead you to the guest house, where you'll be spending the night, even though you've been here 1 year ago. As stated several times, please, this way.
Goto-san called to everybody and led the way. Kumasawa-san brought up the rear.
They're regular.
The serpentine twisting path led
Serpentine?
ran a bit uphill. I guess the path was made all twisted so the slope didn't seem too steep. Personally, I'd have been happier if they'd had the guts to make some stairs in a straight line. No doubt they made the path twist on purpose to put on airs of distance and importance. Before long, we saw Gordon's tall stone steps. From here on, I do have some memories. Go up these and at the top of the stone steps we saw a beautiful guest house. Its facade was lovely, of course. More importantly, we couldn't enter its doors without having our hearts stolen by the splendor of the beautiful rose garden spreading before it. A real delight for the eyes. After climbing the stone steps, the people greeted by this rose garden gave voice to their impressions one by one. I think he's right, but he's also wrong.
Sorry. Is it just me, or are the flowers looking a little less lively this year?
In my opinion, they look more lively.
I'm sure. It's probably because it wasn't that hot this summer. But that wouldn't. I also believe that was a factor, even though the sun would still be shining, no? Sadly, this year's blooming is a tad inferior when compared to last year's.
Even so, it was a delightful event. I remember that even 6 years ago, huge numbers of growth roses were put outside. This rose garden was the first thing that greeted people who came to the region. Even our parents, who came every year, couldn't help but give voice to their impressions. In fact, it seemed to have undergone a reform from the garden I remember 6 years ago.
This place is always so amazing. It would be wonderful to have a rose garden like this at home. Give it up! Who do you think would take care of it?
That's why she has to like put them into shape. Roses are a real pain with bugs and diseases to worry about. Oh wait, that's you.
Yeah, roses are a real pain. Bugs and diseases you're worried about. Like, it is true. Well, from what I've heard,
That's also you.
Kyrie Nissan takes care of her rose every day and makes sure no bugs get anywhere near it, right? What? Huh? What are you talking about? That's right. No, in this person's case, the rose goes after the insects like some nasty carnivorous plant. Oh, so that's what you mean. Come on, Rosa. Can't you give that a rest just for today? I've put that sort of thing completely behind me. I wonder. After all, you're a womanizer on an almost genetic level. No need to worry, Rosa-san. When a rose gives you too much trouble, it's always best to snip it at the root. She's just gonna murder him. Oh no.
Such frightening talk this is. Guys who are popular with the ladies are always forced to live dangerously. I sure hope I turn out a bit prettier in my next life.
Hideyoshi Nissan. Like I keep saying, it isn't like that at all. And Kyrie, stop it. You're freaking me out. I'm freaked out right now. Like you've made my rose wilt.
Oh my goodness.
Hey Maria-chan, look over here. These roses are especially magnificent.
Magnificent roses. Smells pretty sweet. Look, this seems like elegance perfectly.
Hey, cut it out. You're inelegant. Maria's gonna imitate you and get cut by the thorns.
She yelled at me at my meetings while I was sad for her gesture. I thought she was overreacting, but when I turned around and was like making every gesture, Jordan
Hey now, Maria-chan, be careful. Rose thorns can hurt. With the thorns.
George, only this rose is strange.
Strange? What's wrong? It's just starting to wilt.
There wasn't any particular reason. Some roses flourish and others will. That's all there was to it, but Maria seemed very concerned about the only unhealthy one in the group. It must have made her feel lonely.
So you feel sad for this rose because it's the only one that isn't healthy.
The others are all healthy, but this one's sad.
Well, they all bloom and wither at their own paces. Oh, but this one's just starting to wilt early because it got to bloom before any of the others.
Yeah, that's right. It probably just bloomed like crazy, fulfilled its duty, and went to sleep. You shouldn't get so worked up about it. It seems that Maria's pure, sensitive nature is making her feel some emotional pain for the rose that broke her love. Even though she understood the logic of it, she still felt lonely.
Then, Maria-chan. Why don't you look after this rose until we leave?
George Aniki straightened up and felt around in his pocket. He then took out the wrapper from the candy he had been sucking on the plane. He twisted it into a thin string, then gently tied it to the rose as a sort of marker.
Let's mark it with this. Later on, you can come and give it some water. Some water. I'm sure Mr. Rose will be happy. You didn't even know that. What?
Come to give it water.
I think you should give Mr. Rose here a name. I'm sure that'll make it happy, and you'll get to know it a little better. Seems like a poor idea when it dies.
Yeah. A name? A name? Though she still wore her usual sullen face, Maria crossed her arms and began to consider this intently. At the very least, she appeared to have been completely pulled out of her slump. Nice going, Anikin.
George, my son, has always been really understanding. Can't help but respect him.
Yeah. I guess he was just born that way. We've got to start picking up tips. Was this garden just as magnificent when y'all were kids?
It was only after I stopped living here that it grew so big. Before that, the garden was simpler. Duh, I'm still attached to that one. Nissan fiddled with it too much, with that vaguely bad taste of his. I liked it much better before.
Eva, you've got to think positive. Setting aside how it used to look, its beauty now is something to be admired. You'll be able to relax a lot better if you look at it that way.
I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying that I wanted you to see this garden the way it was before, too. Everyone, if you please. I shall guide you to your rooms now.